was
too.
talking shit, but he was literally like inches.
Yeah.
Not even an inch away from the guy's
Right.
face. So,
That is fucking phenomenal. I cannot tell you how humorous I think that is. Right? Exactly.
But imagine you're a player, in the NHL, especially for the Bruins, and all of a sudden you get this letter or some type of notification. Go, Mr. Marchand, we would like to notify you. Please stop licking the players of the organization.
If you don't stop licking players, we're gonna have to fine you. I mean, this is 2018. It's the state of hockey in 2018. It's fucking awesome.
In the rule book about
right? That's a good question.
Got a pencil?
Yeah, exactly. It's about to be in there. Yeah,
it's about to be in there. Yeah, when they do the new rules every year, the program get okay. So we had this situation where one of the players from the Bruins started licking the other hockey players. We need to put something in the rule book.
It'll be one
that
of those
it can't
things,
be there.
Like 20 years from now, somebody's going to see it in the rule book and be like, "Why the fuck is that there?" Was there an actual case? Right? Exactly. Was there ever a case? It's like these warning labels that you see on shit all the time, and you know that the reason that it's there is because some schmuck did it. Oh, that's fucking awesome.
It's the same thing with some of these laws that existed, 80 years ago. Like that, you can't. Oh, I forget. I have some of those obscure laws, like you can't have sex with your wife on Sundays. Yeah. Between the whatever, and it's in like Oklahoma or something. I'd see if I can find it, but obviously there was a reason for that.
Right.
80 years ago, whatever the situation was. So.
I don't know what the fine is on that. Sorry, we just thought you were having sex with your wife.
Yeah,
that's $120.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Another classic example was, remember when liquor stores could not open on Sundays? You remember that? That was the same thing.
Right.
The blue law.
So the blue laws. That's it. Okay, so we got that. We talked about that. What else?
That's it. We're done.
All right, great. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, everybody. Thanks for
Good
tuning
night.
in, everybody.
Our phone number is 603. What's our phone number? 603-217-5400. I am sorry.
617 what? Or 603?
603-217-5400.
There you go.
Sorry, guys. I'm a little hungover. I'm doing the best I can. There is something that interested me that we posted on our Facebook site earlier last week. I said there was this beautiful girl that went to her high school prom. Let's talk about this. And
okay, first of all, she's not that beautiful. She's a bit of a hack. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, this girl's
I'm just kidding.
gorgeous. And she was, and what she wanted for a prom dress, she went into this traditional Chinese. What is it?
Shop.
It is okay. Aaron, you know more about this
shop.
and stuff.
She went and got the traditional Chinese dresses that they wear when they're doing special occasions and stuff, and that's what she wanted as her prom dress. She looked amazing in it, and they obviously
she got chastised for it.
Yeah, she they gave her shit.
Cultural appropriation. Two very important silly ass words. Cultural appropriation. That's what they said. So you can't do that anymore. You can't
do anything
nope.
anymore without somebody getting pissed off about it.
That's the truth.
Well,
but that's always been the case, though.
Somebody had commented about how their niece had gone and bought a dress, and they're getting shit from other kids at the school because somebody else had already bought their dress. That
the
same
same
dress, and they can't wear two dresses to the prom. Well, come to find out, when I went with my daughter to get hers, they actually ask you what school you go to because they will refuse to sell the same dress to anyone else.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a couple years.
They'll do it in another color, but they refuse to sell the same color and dress to to two kids that are going to the same school.
Here's how I look at it, okay? Imagine how awful it has got to be to show up to a formal or a dance or whatever, and some other girl is wearing your dress. That's got to be the most tragic thing ever. I mean, who gives a shit? I mean, honest to God. I mean, it's so fucking stupid. But I mean, okay, so is the story here that high school kids are catty little shits?
Absolutely.
Okay, well then that's been the case since fucking teenagers were teenagers. You know what I mean? This is nothing new.
Good point, though. If let's suppose this happened 30 years ago, do you think this would have been an issue? Probably not.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Well, we wouldn't have heard about it.
Well, here's the deal. Okay, the reason that social media makes it so that it's easier now to. Number one, for this dumb thing to be a story in the first fucking place, but it makes it easier for kids to torment other kids. I mean, but shit, there's always something stupid, man. The short kid, you know what I mean? The short fat kid's been getting picked on in school since they were kids in school, and short fat kids. You know what I mean? It's always, there's always going to be shitheads. I mean, they're kids, man. That's what happens. But
people can be verbally abusive to the utmost 10th degree, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe those words just came out of your mouth.
right,
I'm just talking of experience.
right, yeah. Just from last night, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, last night and all last week.
We'll
Kids
get
nowadays
That's
are
a trigger of the
assholes.
trigger segment. So
Kids, I mean,
stay
I
tuned.
think that it is.
I'm sorry.
I think that it is a fair observation to suggest that kids are bigger assholes today than they've ever been.
I agree.
And that, I think, really largely began when we stopped smacking the shit out of them. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the fucking truth.
A form
I
of
mean,
discipline, sure.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, if you knew that if you got, if the school call, I mean, if the school had to call your parents, you were fucking frightened. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because you knew that there was some serious shit waiting for you.
You
now
took the
kids
long
don't give a
way
shit.
home.
Right.
And it took
Yeah,
so
exactly.
long for them to call because it was the road
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, my God.
You want to hear something crazy? Totally off topic. Shay and I were in an antique shop the other day, right? And they had well, it's hard to believe that it's considered antique, but in this fucking antique shop, they had one of those rotary phones, right? So I walk up, and it had been so long since I touched one, you know what I mean? That I just went in and I grabbed 6, the number 6, and this is so weird. In that moment, I remembered my grandparents' telephone number
Yeah, isn't it
from
crazy?
fucking 30 years ago. A number I have not thought of in forever. Because that was the number that I most often, it was 6, 2, 2. I'm like, holy shit, man, where the fuck did that come from? And it was the craziest thing, man. I haven't, my grandfather, my grandmother died, and then my grandfather moved, and he, got a whole new number and everything else. I mean, I haven't fucking thought of
I
that
remember
particular phone number.
When I grew up in Belmont. This was I was a teenager. I still know that number.
Right. Yeah, it was weird, man. I was like, wow.
Here's why
889-6458.
you had to write numbers down or had to memorize those numbers because there was no electronic form to keep numbers like we do on our phones now.
Right.
There wasn't a contacts list where
You had a sheet next to your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it's a touchchscreen and go, okay, the phone number's going to dial for me. You
Right.
know what I mean? So,
And that's the thing. Nobody can remember anybody's number anymore. That's the other problem. You lose your phone. You're like, I call whoever. But I don't know the fucking number. Dude, you guys have been friends for 10 years. Yeah, and I never once needed to know their number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got it once, and that was it. I was done.
I am-
Right.
Calls Bill's phone.
Yeah. Or you pick up your phone and you say, hey, call Bill.
Call Bill.
Yeah.
I'm notorious for that. I can't remember anybody's freaking numbers.
I'm lucky if I remember their names.
I'm asking Bernie all the time. Is my mom's 598 or 557?
yeah, I can remember some numbers and stuff like that. So I know Craig has a problem remembering 3-letter.
Oh, my God. Here
names.
we go. Jesus Christ.
But anyway.
Jesus Christ. Right?
Yet I can
No
remember.
kidding.
I can remember my house phone number from when I was growing up. Still.
The rotary phones, though, it took about 20 minutes, though, if you really think about it. 4, 5,
God forbid you had to
6.
dial.
Oh, my God, I
Yeah.
fucked up. Hang up.
God
do it all
forbid
over
you had to
again.
dial an 800 number. You're there fucking all day.
I think we
Yeah.
can bring that back.
Yeah. Well, they have them at the fucking whatever the place is called that I just said.
Telephone booths we need to bring back too. Do you ever see a telephone booth anymore?
Nah.
Nope.
Nope.
And you screwed. You screwed
Well,
if
you could still see the telephone booth, but there's no telephone in it.
Yeah. There was a cool way. There was a method that you could use. This dude figured it out forever ago in telephone booths where you could actually play a tone and get the phone to think that you put
Right.
the money in.
Yep.
Yeah, there was some cool shit. that you could do
Yeah.
back in the day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a check. I have a check from AT&T. There was one time I was using a rotary. I was using a payphone, and it ate my dime. So there was a number on it, so we called it, and they sent me a check for 10 cents.
Wow.
I never cashed it. I have it in my scrapbook.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's like,
Sorry about that. Yeah. Back in those days, 10 cents got you 10 beers.
What I was going to say is, things like that. Yeah, they're things that you reminisce that you miss. You know, I mean, obviously telephone booths and rotary phones. Are there things that we take for granted now? I mean, I know we have, again, cell phones and laptops and technology makes things a lot easier for us to communicate.
I miss being young again, because this stuff that I wish I could do, like playing basketball and tennis and golf, that if I try to attempt to do that, there's better be an ambulance parked. Because
You'd be a great.
I miss the days when I could drink and wake up and go to work. 'Cause right now,
You'd be
we're almost 24 hours later.
Wow. I miss the days of people being able to just sit down and either enjoy a movie or just have a fucking conversation,
Yeah.
and not having their goddamn faces buried in their goddamn phones. I miss those days. You know?
Game nights. Hey, come over. Let's go. Let's play
nights?
game nights.
Oh.
Game nights, not gay
No,
nights.
no, no.
Game nights.
Yeah.
Come on over. Let's play a game of Monopoly. Come on. Let's play Uno or
my
something.
wife actually, she keeps that tradition going in my house. I mean, like today I played Uno with her. I played, I think the name was like a Rubik's Cube game, but it was pretty cool. And she'll play Monopoly because we always have the kids around. So it's Skippo, Monopoly, all that good stuff. And she definitely keeps that tradition going. So
That's super cool.
wicked cool, man.
You guys, how long have you guys been doing game nights for?
Since we had kids.
Yeah. Nice. That's awesome,
She
man.
just keeps it going.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, game nights. That's a fun thing. Fun for the whole family. Yeah, I don't know. The phone thing really bugs me. You know,
What phone? What exactly?
The face is being buried in the phones all the time. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right, though. You go out to dinner with a few friends and stuff, having a conversation, and there's one guy over there or
Yeah.
a girl going, you know, looking at Instagram or Facebook and going, "Hey, listen, we're here together. There's a reason why we're together."
Yeah, and the worst is when they pick their heads up out of their when they finally lift their head out of the sand and they're like, "What? What the fuck? Just fucking go home." You know what I mean? Just go home. Like you obviously don't want to fucking be here. You know what I mean? You want to be here. You want to be here for when whatever the fuck's happening that you're not a part of online gets boring. You know what I mean? And then you want to and then you want to pick your head up and be like, "What? Well, what did I miss?"
Because
You
there's
missed
more
it all.
stuff
You missed
in that
life.
phone
Right.
That they don't want to miss.
I know.
You're just
Yeah.
a chirp in the ear.
Yeah, exactly. Your background noise to shit that has no fucking like verifiable quality improvement. You know what I mean? Like when we're all together and we're hanging out, we're how to put it? We're literally making each other better. You know what I mean? We're lifting each other up. We're laughing. We're having a good time. We're exchanging ideas. We're becoming like we're improving ourselves literally through conversation and just being together. And when you're there staring at your goddamn phone, right, and you're just fucking just scrolling through Facebook, and I'm not saying that I don't do it because I do, but I don't. You know, I try to be aware of what's happening around me when I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be rude, and you know, if you're going through a bunch of snaps. How does that improve your life in any fucking way, in any measurable, meaningful way?
You want to see everybody
instead-
else's life better than yours.
Right. Instead, what you do 9 times out of 10 is you get aggravated. You say, "Oh, there it is again, the same person posting the same snaps," but you're fucking looking at them.
Exactly. But the thing also is, what is so important that's on Facebook, on Instagram, and spending that time that you are with your friends face to face? I guess that's the thing. Where is the importance? You know what I mean?
This is a
Oh, it's
Oh,
proven.
this
It's
is a
yeah,
But-
it's
drug.
proven.
No, it is, but it should be used as a tool, not a drug.
No.
You know what I mean? Because it's
You could probably take some people. I mean, they're at their hip at 24/7. If you pull it away, they're going to get psychotic and miserable and irritable because you've taken their routine out of life. Meaning, if I can't look at Facebook every 5 seconds, what do I do next? You start twitching and tweaking, and it's like, you know, do something else, man.
Could you live without your phone for a good 24 hours?
I wish I could.
You wish you could.
Yeah.
Well, what makes you say that?
Just with work issues.
Right.
Always
Work,
thinking
family
about
issues and stuff.
Family issues.
Yeah.
And I sleep a lot, so.
Shay lost her phone, or no, it broke. Right, it just wouldn't turn on, and So she had to get a replacement issued, and it took like a week and a half or some shit like that. And then shortly thereafter, I thought that